sit down here? Yes? Oh, yes.
Oh, you gave him the mic.
It's a very, very moving moment. I think when you have served for 46 years in these, my armed forces and in NATO, I think when I look back, I'm very proud of these. And I get often asked throughout the last days, what would I change if I could turn the clock back? And honestly, having carefully thought about it, I would not change a single thing. I enjoyed every position I had, and I enjoyed my career a lot. And I now retire with great respect.
So, if I may start with a simple question, who are you?
I'm General Markus Laubenthal, and I'm a tanker for 42 years now. I was lucky to command on company, battalion, brigade and division level, and I started my military career in the early 80s and was positioned at the inner German border. So I got first-hand experience what stronger together means.
I think if I look at this picture, a lot of memories are coming up. And when I started my time here, you probably can remember we talked about brain dead, or we talked about the relevance of NATO. And what a change when then, only a very few years later, allies which has been neutral for centuries, all of a sudden, with the majority of their population, asked to join NATO. But if I look at the picture, it's not only the accession of these both nations. I observed throughout the last month and years that a lot of nations all around the world wanted to join us, NATO, representing the rule-based order, representing human rights, representing democracy. If you look at Japan, or if you look at Colombia and other nations. So that is really where I am proud about. The town halls have been really important for me, as you said, because it's one of these rare possibilities to really get in touch with my staff in a bigger group. Yes? But I think I learned the lesson about, in my time as commanding officer, that you can work as hard as you want. If you do not have a good staff, if you do not have people around you who are working hard and supporting you, you will fail. Thanks a lot.
You asked me who I am. I'm a devoted ally. And as the first foreign chief of staff at headquarters United States Army Europe in Wiesbaden, I worked closely together with our American allies for Europe's security. At that time, we also organized the support for Ukraine after the illegal annexation of Crimea. And now, 10 years later, we are reminded day by day how important this continued support for Ukraine is. And because NATO's responsibility for the rules-based international order is global, I also proudly served in NATO missions in Kosovo and Afghanistan.
I think probably the ones who are knowing me know how important the social life for me was. I always, together with my wife, we tried to be as present as possible. And as I just said, I think if you have male and female working for me tirelessly, that only happens and that only gets the best profit if the home base works. Yes, I think when I had to leave, and I know a lot of my staff had to work long days or work on weekends, I think the families must be with them. And I always appreciated really if they moved to months. And to make this happen, I think we urgently need the social life. And that is, I think, beside hard work, you need periods of relaxation and periods of happiness. And that's what I always try to promote. And you see me happy, smiling in this great event like Make-A-Wish. Thanks a lot to all of you, really, from Keys, from Secure, down to the individuals which were here. So it was an honor for me to be here.
You ask me who I am. I'm the new Chief of Staff SHAPE. I have the honor to serve the Alliance in very challenging times. My priority is readiness across all domains in 360 degrees. I'm committed to advance NATO's warfighting capabilities for the sake of a credible deterrence and defense. Cohesion is the center of gravity of NATO. We are stronger together.